Namaste and welcome to Sikkim Chronicle. Today we are being joined by Team Pvt and of course these young women whose journey is rewriting the narrative of beauty, identity and courage in Sikkim and beyond. Well, Jacklyn Pradhan from Jorthang was crowned Miss Universe Sikkim 2025 recently, and in fact she has not only made history as the first transgender woman to win this prestigious title but has also sparked powerful conversation on inclusion, acceptance, and change. And today we are going to talk about her achievement, and of course, she is also preparing herself to represent Sikkim in Miss Universe India. And of course, we are being joined by the members of Team Positive, who in fact has been organizing this prestigious event, Miss Sikkim Universe, for last 13 years. And let me start with the introduction. We have Jacklyn. Welcome to Sikkim Chronicle. We also have the founding proprietor of Team Positive, Mr. Vijay Subba. And we have the managing director from Team Positive, Anisha Chhetri. Namaste. So let me start with you, Jacklyn. This has been for the first time that Sikkim witnessed a transgender winning this title. Very obvious question. How did you feel at that moment, and how are you feeling right now winning this Miss Universe Sikkim title?
It's amazing that I won this title because it was always my dream to be Miss Sikkim one day, and now. But at the same time, so much of responsibilities because I'm the reigning queen. But at the same time, it's fruitful, so it feels amazing. I feel happy that I'm representing my state in the national level, and it was always my dream. So, yes, hoping for the best.
I was in the in the event, and what
Yes.
special I liked about you was your grit and determination, and of course how you responded to the questions raised by the juries, and you were that complete package for that pageant, I must say.
Thank you.
So tell us, I mean, why you decided to participate and how did you came to know about this?
Well, I used to follow Positive ever since 2015.
Mm-hmm.
So one of my biggest dream was being Miss Sikkim and going to Miss Universe India, and it was always my biggest dream. And I always used to think maybe I'll transition, and after that, I'll go for Miss Universe Sikkim or Miss Sikkim. So beauty pageant was always my forte. It was always my dream to represent myself as an individual, to showcase my talent. So it was always my dream. So this year I decided to participate and I auditioned for Miss Universe Sikkim, and luckily I got through it. And yes, I'm one of the winner. So it feels surreal.
Surreal. तपाईँहरूलाई जानकारी गराउँ कि it was not like appreciation which Jacqueline received online, but there was so much of trolling and hate because she is representing a spectrum of LGBTQI community, and we'll talk about that inclusivity acceptance ko कुराकानी पनि हामी गर्नेछौँ. But let me come to Bijoy first. Bijoy, Miss Universe Sikkim 2025 gave a different approach to the beauty pageant नि. किन यस्तो इन्क्लुजिभ अप्रोचलाई लिएर चाहिँ तपाईँहरूले डिसाइड गर्नुभयो कि युल इन्क्लुड इभन द मेम्बर्स फ्रम एलजिबिटिक्युआई?
एकोर्डिङ टु एक्चुली के भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ पहिला चाहिँ हामीले सिन्स 2013 हामीले खालि मिस मात्रै गर्दै थियो, अन्त जो चाहिँ ट्रान्सजेन्डर हामीले कहिले पनि लिएको थियौँ. तर फ्रम 2024देखि चाहिँ वी हेभ साइन कन्ट्र्याक्ट विथ मिस युनिभर्स इन्डिया. सो त्यहाँ अन्त मिस युनिभर्सको टर्म्स एन्ड कन्डिसन चाहिँ अन्त के छ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ वी क्यान टेक एनी ट्रान्सजेन्डर वुमन पुरा अन्त अपरेट गरेको हुनुपर्छ, त्यो सबै छँदैछ. अन्त हाम्रो हाइट क्राइटेरिया हेर्दैन, त्यहाँनिर प्लस साइज पनि लिन्छ मिस युनिभर्सले चाहिँ. किन भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ मिस युनिभर्सको ब्युटी चाहिँ के छ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ दे आर सिकिङ फर द woman or the individual who is very much into human, who have a humanity, so who work for the state, for the humanity, for the country, for the world, for the nation. So त्यो खालको एकदम पर्फेक्ट ह्युमन बिङ हेर्छ, नट द पुरा फेसल मात्रै राम्री टल मात्रै भएर लिन भएर हुँदैन, तर जसको चाहिँ मन चाहिँ राम्रो छ. सो उनीहरूको चाहिँ नियत राम्रो हुनुपर्छ, इन्टेन्सन राम्रो.
ब्युटीको डेफिनेसनै अर्कै छ.
ब्युटीको डेफिनेसन चाहिँ अर्को छ. त्यो भएर चाहिँ दे आर एक्सेप्टिङ अल काइन्ड अफ ब्युटी.
Right. So, Anisha, you are one of the products of, Miss Sikkim, right?
Yes.
So, now you are with the team. when Jacklyn, participated as a contestant, did you anticipate the kind of impact which she would make for the pageant?
So the day one, I can remember she came for the audition, and iti confidently she walked in and she gave her audition in such a manner that we all feel like she should be the one who will be representing Sikkim. So त्यहाँबाट चाहिँ थाहा पाउँछ नि त अब क्यान्डिडेट्सको है कन्टेस्टेन्ट्सको हाउ प्रिपेयर सी इज सो हाम्रो सिक्किमलाई चाहिँ उसले कति अगाडि लगेर जान्छ भन्ने कुरा नि त सो I think she'll make us proud in so many ways. So she's already all set to represent Sikkim. So let's hope for the best, and I know she will, she can.
Right. So Jacklyn, तपाईलाई सोध्छु म हैन as I said, like, so much of hatred was there for you, like, online in social media. How do you handle this? Like, it must be really difficult for you, right?
At first, it was kind of difficult to like digest all of that hate, because I'm also a human being. But after some time, I realized that my winning and making my family proud, making my whole society proud, that is more than hate. So I should not be focusing on all of that hate. I should be focusing on what to do next. So my next goal is Miss Universe India. So this is like more focused by and hate the onchani. Like even if you do good, even if you do bad, people will always have to say something about you. But it's up to you how you handle it. And I just want to say, do not let your haters describe you. Because at the end of the day, you are the one who define yourself, who will describe yourself.
I think ignoring and being indifferent is the best answer for the trolls and haters, right? But do you think our society, still needs to come way forward when it comes in terms of accepting?
Yes, of course. I think our society still needs to progress more because I feel like it's kind of regressive. So, but at the same time, of course, our society is getting progressive, but it's like 50-50, It's like half and half. So I think there is still so much of work to be done and so many thinking to be changed.
Right. And we appreciate you because you became that, change maker and that beacon of hope for many people who are still in a closet and does not want to come outside because of the stigma and the discrimination which they face. Can you tell us, one of the biggest challenges you faced while preparing for the pageant?
So one of my biggest challenge was that if I go to Miss Universe Sikkim, of course I have to disclose my identity. And after that, people are gonna, put so much of backlash. I'll face so much of backlash and criticism from so many people. That was one of my challenge, but I overcame it because I was like, everything comes with a price. So if I go to pageant or if I win Miss Universe Sikkim, of course I have to speak about myself. Before pageant, I didn't used to speak about myself because I was a very low-key person. So I open out, because at the end of the day, I transition so I was possible in the public eye. So nobody would be like, you are this, you are that. So I was okay, and I was not ashamed exactly, but I was not like, I want to talk about it, this and that, because I just wanted to stay as a woman because at the end I transitioned and become a woman. So of course I'm a woman.
So there was no second thought that if you come to pageant, then you will be in a public eye and there would be like, revelation of your identity. So there was no second thought on that. You are not afraid, you are not scared.
No, not really. Because if I'm coming to a pageant, I feel like I reminded myself that I need to represent my community too because there are so many talented people out there.
Right. And all thanks to Positive because if Positive exists नगरेको भए तपाईले एउटा प्लेटफर्म पाउनु हुने थियो एक्सपोजर पाउनु हुने थियो and I think they have played a role of a catalyst, right, to give more voice and a platform to LGBTQI community. Anisha, this brings me to you once again. There are contestants like Jacklyn. There are many other contestants like despite of so many odd challenges they face, they come and participate in the pageant. You do a grooming, right? तपाईले grooming त गर्नुहुन्छ, but how you keep take care of their mental well-being, what is going through emotionally, mentally, pageant pressure huncha, performance pressure huncha. How do you handle that? How the organizers handle that? Do you do some session counseling?
Yeah, so we usually keep them for 15 to 8 days भनौँ न है. So this time we kept them for 8 days. त्यसमा चाहिँ उनीहरूको डेली उनीहरूको क्लासेसहरू हुन्छ है. So from their grooming classes to mental health classes to exercise, meditation every day. From the morning they wake up, they'll go for the jog and then they'll come back. Sometimes they do for meditations. हाम्रो के भन्छ ट्रेनर्सहरू आएर उनीहरूलाई एकदम दिन्छ क्लासेसहरू है. They did that. And yes, अब आफ्टरनुन सेसनहरू हेर्नु पर्दाखेरि उनीहरूलाई सम क्लासेसहरू हामीले हाई पर्सनालिटिजहरू बोलाएको हुन्छ नि त है. उनीहरूलाई क्लासेसहरूको लागि क्लासहरू हामीले दिन्छ उनीहरूलाई.
On different
yes,
personality
so, yeah, from morning from 5 a.m. till 8 p.m. so they'll be very packed as Jacklyn can clearly say that. हो अनि त्यस्तो packed scheduleमा चाहिँ अब फोन त एकदमै उनीहरूले छुनै पाउँदैन. सो इन सच केसेस के हुँदो रहेछ भन्दाखेरि उनीहरूको फोकस चाहिँ एकदमै प्याजेन्ट है, कम्पिटिसनमा मात्रै लाग्छ. सो फोन बेसी नहेर्नुको कारणले चाहिँ दिल बी भेरी फोकस. अन्त त्यो मेन्टल हेल्थ त्यो प्रकारले चाहिँ त्योपट्टि चाहिँ जाँदैन जस्तै लाग्छ मलाई. बट अब लेट्स सी वाट विजय सर हेज टु से अबाउट इट.
विजय, तपाईँलाई सोध्न चाहन्छु होइन, you know, Positive and this Miss Sikkim event is synonymous to each other. अनि तपाईँहरूले यस्तो बेसी ट्यालेन्टलाई प्रड्युस गर्नुभएको छ जसले चाहिँ अब होइन सिक्किमलाई मात्रै होइन नेसनली मात्रै होइन इन्टरनेसनली रिप्रेजेन्ट गर्नुभएको छ. अनि टर्निङ ब्याक, लुकिङ ब्याक, यु नो, हाउ डु यु सी द जर्नी, यु नो?
Talking about the journey, I still remember when in 2013, people were not ready in Sikkim. Miss Sikkim हामीले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ कति भनौँ मार्केटिङ गर्नु पऱ्यो, प्रमोसन पुरा गऱ्यो, तर पनि मान्छे आउनु डराउँथ्यो किनभने सिक्किम वाज नट रेडी त्यति बेला. पेजेन्ट भने गर्थेन, अन्त त्यहाँनिर फोटोसुट गर्छ, यो राम्रो बाटो होइन भन्यो. तर हामीले भनेको थियो. अन्त सो वी हेभ डिसाइडेड मिस सिक्किम मात्रै गरेर, पहिला अब हामीभन्दा अगाडि पनि गर्थ्यो. सो मिस सिक्किम गऱ्यो सक्यो, त्यस्तो होइन नि. वाट नेक्स्ट मिस सिक्किम. सो वी हेभ थट अबाउट. सो हामीले चाहिँ 2-3 वर्षभित्र चाहिँ मिस इन्डियासँग चाहिँ हामीले टाइअप गर्नै पर्छ भनेर सोच्थ्यो. त्यहाँदेखि चाहिँ बात अब त्यहाँदेखि 5 वर्ष बादमा चाहिँ एन्ड यो वी हेभ टु टाइअप विथ मिस युनिभर्स भनेर. तर त्यो त रियलिस्टिक होइन भन्थ्यो. होइन, किन जे सोच्छ त्यो पुग्छ भन्ने हुन्थ्यो. सो वी स्टार्टेड वर्किङ. सो अब यति मात्रै कति अब हेल्प पाएन, तर पनि एउटा डिटर्मिनेसन, प्यासन फलो गऱ्यो भने पुरा ल अफ नेचर विल वर्क इन सच ए वे, दे विल सपोर्ट यु, दे विल गाइड यु. अन्त कहीँ न कहीँ अब हामीलाई लस्ट पर्दा पनि कहीँबाट कभर भइहाल्थ्यो नि त. सो मजा आउँथ्यो जर्नी. अब त्यो अप्स एन्ड डाउन्स त कति भयो अहिले पनि भइरहेको छ. तर एउटा प्यासन फलो गर्नु, अन्त कतिवटा सक्सेस पाउँदाखेरि यो हाम्रो लागि होइन नि त, स्टेटको लागि हो, अन्त इन्डियाको लागि पनि.
Would you like to name few of your prominent, like, you know,
yeah, I must say the chain breaker is Perin Wangmu Namgel, हाम्रो मिस सिक्किम 2017 को हुनुहुन्थ्यो. सो फ्रम द्याट 2017 हामीले त्यहाँदेखि चाहिँ पेरिन वाङमु आयो, त्यहाँदेखि चाहिँ हाम्रो प्रमिला गयो, त्यहाँदेखि चाहिँ हाम्रो अनिशाले नै 2-3वटा टाइटल जितिसक्नु भएको छ. जस्तो प्यारिस फेसन विकमा नर्थ इस्टबाट फर्स्ट टाइम अनिसा हिँड्नुभएको, त्यहाँदेखि इजिप्टमा दुबईमा जितिसक्नु भयो, साङडोमाहरू पनि हिँड्नुभएको छ बाहिर अस्ट्रेलियातिरको. सो पोजिटिभली त्यस्तो पुरा इन्टरनेसनल फिगर त निकालिसक्नु भएको छ. इक्सा हाङमा जस्तो अहिले पुरा के भन्छ या आइरन लेडी भनेर पनि चिनिन्छ अहिले है. त्यस्तोहरू चाहिँ पुरा. अन्त राजेश्वर इज डुइङ सो गुड इन मुम्बई अहिले, त्यहाँनिर गर्नुहुँदैछ. अन्त आई एम सो मच कन्फिडेन्ट द्याट ज्याक्लिन विल किप or take us next level भनिकिन चाहिँ. I'm very much sure.
Yes, and
it's
she'll
not
make
a
us
pressure.
proud.
Yeah.
So Jacklyn, how are you preparing for the Indian, like, you know, universe?
Well, there's a lot of preparation going on, and I'm working on my walk, how to talk, and how to handle so many situations, because I will be there for 1 month. And for that, you know, I have to be prepared mentally, physically, spiritually too. So of course there are gonna be so many girls, you know. I think it's 54 contestants, Yopali. So I have to be very clever, smart, and, you know, poised, graceful at the same time. So I'm working on all of that.
Right. So, you know, you are like preparing yourself, like, you know, physically, mentally, emotionally. Is there any, like, you know, causes or issues which you would like to champion on the national stage? Is there anything you want to bring it on the national stage, because you'll be representing Sikkim?
Of course, I want to, you know, bring out. As for me, I want to represent the mental health.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to create awareness for mental health.
Why do you think it's important?
It's very important, किनभने mental health राम्रो छैन, you can't do your daily life basis, you can't work. And there are so many suicide rates that is happening, that is increasing day by day in Sikkim, in India. So I feel like mental health plays a vital role in that.
Did you ever went through this phase of like mental health crisis?
Yes, kind of, but not in that situation where I wanted to, end my life. Not really, but
How did you overcome that?
my biggest shield was transitioning.
Transitioning.
Yes, from from a male to female. That was my biggest shield because I was facing a lot of gender dysphoria when I was 15, and after that I started my transition, and it feels amazing right now. So that was my shield. That protected me, in my mental health because my gender dysphoria decreased day by day when I started transitioning. So that was my main thing.
Because you were there, like facing the identity crisis, right?
Yes.
And you are not able to express yourself like what you feel inside, right? So this is how like you overcame like through transition.
Yes, exactly.
So was it difficult to transit, like
Not really. Yeah, of course, it was difficult when I had my, SRS, that is sex reassignment surgery. Of course, that was difficult, but starting my hormone replacement therapy and everything, it was not that difficult. Yes.
That's really inspiring. Anisha, let me come to you. So, I mean, like, in future, positively, inclusive approach दिएर तपाईहरुले अझै अरु मेम्बर्सहरुलाई पनि include गराउने कस्तो योजना छ? What is the plan, like,
So there's many plans. So let's see, we're just working under Miss Universe India right now. So Miss Universe ko criteria यस्तो प्रकारले छ. There's no height criteria. All the women are accepted, 5'2" and above are accepted, and plus size models पनि लिइरहेको छ हो. And the married women are also के भन्छ लिँदैछ नि त मिस युनिभर्सको क्राइटेरियामा हेर्दा. सो मेबी इन फ्युचर लेट्स सी हामी म्यारिड वुमेनलाई पनि हामीले प्लेटफर्म दिनु सक्छ है विजय सर. सो ट्रान्स वुमेनलाई त वी अलरेडी गिभन द प्लेटफर्म एन्ड वी आर सो ह्याप्पी विथ द्याट. सो लेट्स सी हामीले अब नेक्स्ट इयरदेखि चाहिँ वी वुड लाइक टु गिभ टु अपर्च्युनिटिज टु म्यारिड वुमेन एज वेल.
right? So what is your hope, like team positive को hope के छ Jacklyn माथि in the national platform?
So we are very confident from day one. I'm telling her that we are very confident हो. उसले त एकदमै जितेरै आउनुपर्छ, जित्छ हो, जितेन भने she'll be the best representative he ever asks for. So let's hope for the best है. अन्त हामी सबै स्टेटहरू अब मिलेर चाहिँ let's support, let's come together and support Jacklyn's उसको कजको पनि हामीले एकदम सपोर्ट गर्नुपर्छ. Recently we have posted उसको एउटा अब कुनै पनि प्याजेन्टमा जाँदाखेरि यु हेभ टु रिप्रेजेन्ट सर्टन कज. सो उसको मेन्टल हेल्थको बारेमा छ भने सो हाम्रो त्यहाँ लिङ्कमा दिएको हुन्छ किटो फाउन्डेसनमा हामीले डोनेट गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ. उसको फ्युचरमा त्यो पैसाले चाहिँ उसले त्यो कज अब मेन्टल हेल्थको बारेमा हामीले है डिफ्रेन्ट स्टेट डिफ्रेन्ट कन्ट्रिजमा गएर वी क्यान वर्क आउट. सो तपाईँहरूले जति अब च्यारिटेबल वर्क हो. सो इफ यु विस टु सपोर्ट हर लेट्स कम अप एन्ड लेट्स सपोर्ट आवर क्विन Jacklyn.
Right. Bijoy, what you are doing is more than just an event, right? So you are into this creativepreneurship, right? Entrepreneurship ma cha ni ta. But set of challenges cha tapaihharuko लागि. So because yours is a very trustable brand and and the oldest brand organizing the pageant ni, is there anything you were to transpire के छ तपाईहरुको लागि, मतलब कुनै policies हुनुपर्ने अथवा के हुनु लाग्छ तपाईलाई?
एक्चुली पहिलादेखि हामीले कुरा त गर्दैन. जस्तो अब हाम्रो पहिला सिक्किम क्रोनिकल हुन्थ्यो योगिन पनि, हि वाज डुइङ मिस्टर सिक्किम एन्ड हि सेड द्याट हि विल रिभाइभ इट फ्रम दिस इयर. सो वाट वी वर थिङ्किङ एन्ड वाट वी वर प्लानिङ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ जस्तो अब थुप्रो एकाडेमी चाहिँ स्पोर्ट्सदेखि लिएर हेऱ्यो, त्यहाँदेखि गयो भने चाहिँ हामी सबैजना मान्छे गभर्मेन्ट जबमा कुद्दैन, आफ्नो फिल्डमा जान्छ नि त. जस्तो म्युजिकमा आर्टिस्टमा जानेर पनि त्यो फिल्डमा जान्छ, त्यहाँ सपोर्ट पाइरहेको छ गभर्मेन्टकोबाट. अन्त यो इभेन्ट जस्तो अब ग्ल्यामर फिल्डबाट पनि थुप्रोले लाइफ बनाएको छ. एटलिस्ट दे आर नट डिपेन्डेन्ट इन्टु गभर्मेन्ट जब, दे आर नट आफ्टर द गभर्मेन्ट जब. उनीहरू आफ्नो फिल्डमा गइरहेको छ. त्यसमा चाहिँ गभर्मेन्टले चाहिँ हामीलाई पनि अलिकति हेल्प गरिदियो भने चाहिँ अलिकति निकै झन् अगाडि बढ्छ, हामीले झन् अगाडि बढ्न सकिन्छ. स्टेटलाई चाहिँ मात्रै होइन, त्यहाँदेखि चाहिँ हामीले चाहिँ इन्डियालाई रिप्रेजेन्ट गर्ने पनि निकाल्न सकिन्छ हामीले चाहिँ कन्टेस्टेन्टहरू पार्टिसिपेसनहरू चाहिँ भनेर सोचेको. सो दिस इज द थिङ. अदरवाइज सो फार सिक्किमको मान्छेले त हामीलाई माया गरिरहेको छ. कति ठाउँ थुप्रोजना यस्तो मान्छे पनि छ, इन्डिभिजुअल पनि हामीलाई हेल्प चाहिँ गरिरहनु भएको छ. सो
Right. So, Jacklyn, let me come to you. So, you are like preparing in a war footing for your, you know, this national event भनौँ न होइन अनि as well like you are also like, you know, now traveling across, right? So how life has changed like post, you know, this event?
Yeah, life has become very busy because I have to attend so many things, and you know, my photo shoot, my interview, my communication classes. I have to attend so many things every day. So life
So you're
has been-
enjoying?
Of course, I'm enjoying it so much. It's very fun.
Who is your strongest support in your life?
My strongest support, I would say, my mother.
Okay.
Yes.
So when was you like opened up with them, like your parents?
Like they always knew actually, because they used to tell me जब तिमी नानीदेखि हुँदाखेरि नि, I used to, you know, I had more feminine traits. I used to play with Barbie dolls, this and that. So they always had a hint that. So later on, when I was 15, I told my parents about it, and they were okay. They were happy. They accepted me just the way I am.
But there are still many parents who doesn't want to accept the
Yes.
identity of the children. What is the message you would like to take?
No matter what, no matter gay, bisexual, or transgender, whatever it is the child at the end of the day. So just love your child and accept. I know it's hard, but you know, once your family supports you, the society will adapt itself. The society will, you know, support you. Because if your family is strong, then nobody's going to tell you nothing. That is the guarantee I can give to all the parents out there.
Family support system is very
It's
important.
very important.
Thank you so much, Jacklyn, for pushing the envelope beyond the boundaries, and thank you, Positive, for breaking the conventional boundaries and, like, you know, taking this huge initiative of inclusivity. Thank you so much, सबैजनालाई है. And Jacklyn, congratulations and all the best for your national event. Thank you, Bijoy. Thank you,
Thank you
Anisha.
so much,
Thank you
Sikkim
so much.
Chronicle.
आशा छ तपाईँहरूलाई यो कन्भर्सेसन मन पर्यो होला बिकज वी ट्राई टु ब्रिङ एन्ड वी ट्राई टु टक मोर अबाउट हाउ यु नो वी क्यान बी मोर एक्सेप्टेबल डिस्पाइट अफ आवर जेन्डर डिस्पाइट अफ आवर यु नो डिफरेन्ट फ्यामिली स्टेटस सोसियल स्टेटस फाइनेन्सियल स्टेटस इभेन्चुअली वाट म्याटर्स इज द इनर ह्याप्पिनेस विच कम्स टु अस द्याट इज भेरी भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट एन्ड थ्याङ्क यू एन्ड प्लिज तपाईँहरूले पनि ज्याक्लिन प्रधानलाई विस गर्नु होला बिकज सी इज नाउ टेकिङ सिक्किम्स नेम टु अ नेसनल प्लेटफर्म एन्ड वी विस द्याट सी पर्फर्म्स and gives the best in this event. Thank you so much. तपाईहरुलाई अरु केही जानकारी लिन छ भने तपाईहरुले हामीलाई कन्ट्याक्ट गर्न सक्नुहुनेछ. So with Pranam Pradhan and Rohan Dahal, this is Nirmal saying goodbye and thanks for watching Sikkim Chronicle.